Hey Antonio, this is Sean. Just taking a look at your walk cycle. This is looking a lot better, a little bit cleaner. Thanks for removing the blue. I think we'll get this will be 100 for the assignment. But I'll still give you some pointers on what to do to like clean up your walk cycle a little bit. Initially, I'm starting to see a few things. There's the back toe is rolling a little bit and doesn't feel super solid. The heel doesn't feel super solid. We're overextending on the knee right here. And see how it kind of like unlocks? It kind of like unpops right there. And that one's fine. And then there's a little bit of wobbles in the feet. The other thing I thought would be, because this is at a point now that since you removed the blue stuff, we can start cleaning it up. So it's kind of up to you if you want to clean it up. One thing I wanted to mention is where the weight is, you want to try and keep, see right on this pose, most of the character's weight should be over here. On a lot of rigs, I'll move it just a little and then I'll pivot it over. But with this guy, I think because he's got this cool hip setup, I think we could just, we'll try it and see how it works. And move it back. Oh, your N starts on 1, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Is that moved? Yeah, I think so. Want to move into it and then keep it over and start to move back. And then move, this is the move back. So I always kind of just in my head just draw a line up. And if the hips are over here, he's not going to be able to pick his foot up off the ground. Sometimes you have to move the main mass of the character, but in this case, we might be fine. So I think you had an okay pose already. Maybe let me check the curve on this. Let's see what's going on. Where are you? There you are. So I think we're mostly probably dealing with this curve. No, one of these. There it is, X. Okay, we're mostly dealing with X. Oh, that's why I was moving strange, because there weren't keys on everything. So we want to, where do we want 0 to be? We could make 0 there on the contact pose and play with it from there. And I'm going to set a key on every key frame. And then we're going to deal with rotation as well, which is that guy. So when he's down, it goes up. And then it'll stay up until the weight shifts. It might even be more like that. That's where it moves down. Might keep it up longer. And then I want to keep it up until right in there somewhere. I think you kind of had it. I'm just adjusting where the hip shift goes. You can kind of feel it. I think we could go even more. Let's try it. I don't know. I could play with this for a while and mess around with it until it works. Let's make it super extreme. A lot of times when I'm doing walks, I'll do something. I think we're doing that too early. No, I think it was the other foot I had wrong. This one's too early. You can see how it's got like a little bit better balance, a little bit more sass. In your reference, I bet your feet are pretty close together. There's just some polish notes for you. You don't have to do any of this. I just figured it might be helpful to just take a look at what some of the things that I'm seeing as like pointers, but you don't necessarily need to do it if you don't want. Oh yeah, your feet are pretty. I think I'm noticing your heel. See, if I drew a straight line, your weight is about a little bit more centered than what you've got. But look where that heel is right next to your. It kind of looks like things move. There we go. See how close the heel is? I think that's going to help with your weight a little bit. See how these feet are like right there. So I wonder if we just. Oh, and then it looks like you kind of have this kind of cool twisted walk where it does. I think your foot does straighten out, but as you're moving your heel through, it's turned. It's hard to tell. There is an angle there and an angle there, but I do think it's more turned, and then it straightens out right when you step. That's cool. I like see how it goes. Like this. I love animation. It's fun to. Getting that kind of subtlety in your work that's what starts to get you into a more professional kind of level where you'll start getting people to notice your work more and get to the point where you might be able to land some jobs. Because I think you kind of have a good foundation. It's just really getting into the nitty gritties of the walk. And then we'll just pull that guy in. I wonder if we can just pull in both feet a little. Which is which? Let's see. That's that one. That's that one. I'm trying to find the left and right movement. Was it X? Probably X. Oh, cool. There's no movement there. You'll notice that the X will, if you look at it kind of moves. If you look at where your foot goes, it kind of moves. Like if this is planted, your other foot will move like this, kind of. Usually, not just in a straight line. So and there's definitely always going to be some amount of left and right. So that's just a curve that you just didn't look at too closely, which is reasonable. So I might keep this part and then just find the planted position. The plant is there and here, and just move that in. It's more of an experiment. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. What is happening with this graph editor? Oh, other way. Just a little. Just doing it. It's a little bit. So I'm trying to get your character to be a little bit more in balance. But not like totally change your animation. Just want to get it a little bit cleaner. So right in here is where we might leave alone. Have the right thing selected? I do. Not that much, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just trying to get the feet in a little closer. I like that. I like the the roll out on the foot. I think that starts to look like a more specific walk instead of like generic guy walk. I would probably work on this a little bit, but I think you kind of get the idea. Is we're trying to figure out, once you get like the basic walk in, you figure out what can I do to make this character feel unique from like other people's walk cycles. And I think you're doing that with the arms. I think you're doing like a kind of a unique way to move the arms, a little bit of sass, you know? So let's just get some of that into the foot as well. You can see, like, you know, the red leg, the red foot I haven't played with, and that flop on the greens feels pretty good. And then the left and the right on the hips feel pretty good. So we could probably keep going from there if we wanted. If you want to take a stab at this and send it back to me and get some more notes, I'm down. I pretty much will do my best to give you feedback on anything you turn in, but I think for the class you're good. So I'll talk to you later, Antonio.